Hey, Two Cats.
I'm Rico.
And I'm Dan. And this week, we talk about books. Books.
Two
Cats! Ooh, thank you.
So today we are talking our top 3 favorite books, meaning printed material.
What else would books mean?
What makes a book a book?
Words?
Mm-hmm.
You can still read a book on your iPad.
So written words, that's all it takes.
No, well, published.
No, it doesn't have to be published.
Okay, then my favorite book is my essay that I wrote in 2008.
We'll get to the definition of books later. So,
is a diarrhea book? Diarrhea book.
Diary of Anne Frank is a book. You know they took a lot of dirty stuff out of that book.
Did they? Like what?
Like, she was going through puberty, so she was talking a lot about her puberties. I feel like it's off-center. Starting with number 3. Cracked.
Rico's top 3 favorite books.
The Detext Book by Cracked and the writers of Cracked.com. It dispels all the rumors you believe about history and science and other things that have been taught to you for no reason whatsoever. I don't even know how to put it. The Civil War was the deadliest, like the bloodiest war of all wars for America. Most of the people that died from the Civil War weren't even on the battlefield. They got sick from dysentery, from being in the camps like crap everywhere.
That doesn't sound very civil at all.
Also, our presidents are crazy.
My third favorite book is Fight Club. Well, I went through a big phase in high school where I read all the Chuck Palahniuk books, and Fight Club was probably my favorite. Obviously, because there's a movie based off of it that I loved a lot.
The movie's really good. How
show you.
How does the movie compare to the book?
I like the book better. The endings a lot is better in the book. It was different. Read it.
They're still the same guy, right? My number 2. It's a graphic novel. Lock and Key. I actually just bought this at WonderCon.
Then how's your favorite book?
It's written by Joe Hill, who is the son of Stephen King. It's about a family. The father gets killed. He's a guidance counselor. He's killed by 2 of his students that he was trying to help. They're just nuts. And I think it sounds like the devil is talking to one of them. And so, yeah, one of the kids is told by the devil to kill the dad. The family moves to this house called Key House. And so volume 1 is one of the kids that kills the father. He escapes from prison, and he comes to find them to finish off the job. And he's looking for different keys that do magical things. The family's last name is Locke, and the house is called Key House. So there's the Anywhere key, where all you do is you put the key in the door, and it opens up the door to wherever you want to go.
That's pretty cool.
And there's another key where it opens up a door, and when you step through it, your soul leaves your body. So your body dies, but you can go and be a ghost for a little while.
My number 2 book is The Giving Tree. My favorite book growing up. It really helped me learn to read because they were very short poems and very funny poems that really kept my attention, and I couldn't really read long books except for the Goosebumps series. I could read those in a day. But anyways, that one really shaped my childhood.
At some point you're going to die, your friends are going to die, and you're going to sit on their decapitated bodies.
Spoiler alert. Oh, shoot. And if you read them now as an adult, I think they'll be even funnier.
Number 1. Kingdom Come. It's out of continuity. It's about the future of the DC universe after Superman has stepped down from being Superman for, I think, like 20 years. Everyone wants him to kill this villain because the guy's like really a bad guy. And so Superman's like, I'm not going to kill him, but I'll let you guys vote. And everyone's like, we want you to kill him. He's like, I'm done being Superman. And so he goes and retires, and in his after he steps down, all these new heroes come in to save the day, only they're not really heroes. They're kind of more violent. And so they start they just like fighting. So they cause huge battles in the street, and they don't even care about the casualties. And so the world is turning to crap, and so it's them trying to get Superman back. So it's cool seeing an old Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman fighting kids.
My number 1 book, Fox and Socks. That's seriously like one of the best Dr. Seuss books. Cat in the Hat is lame. Fox and Socks. That's where it's at. They should make a movie about it. It is so awesome. The wordplay that he does in this book is so amazing when he describes just different scenes. He has this whole page that I used to have memorized about beetles fighting each other. Oh, the beetles were fighting these battles in a bottle with their paddles, and the bottle's on a poodle, and the poodle's eating noodles. So they call it a muddle, puddle, tweedle, poodle, beetle, noodle, bottle, paddle, battle. That's all you need to know.
That's really good.
Fox and Socks. Best book of all time.
So that's our top 3. Let us know what your top 3 favorite books are and what you thought of our list. Your opinion about it is obviously wrong. You should probably just let them know ahead of time.
Well, now that I think about it, your top books were pretty much like comic books.
Yeah.
Like nerdy comic books, and mine were baby books. But I mean,
summarizes us.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean that, obviously I've read big boy books too. So
you just call them big boy books.
So don't worry about it. We're not dumb. I just enjoy Fox and Socks.
It's Thursday. So let's check in with the Notley news. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Notley News. Today's top story are adult, hyper-violent, modern, fun, fantasy, continuous, single, and multiplayer, historical, revisionist, action-adventure, horror, MMORPG, turn-based, real-time strategy, racing, first-person, shoot-'em-up, puzzle, trivia, video games worse for children than adjectives are for news headlines? Experts say maybe.
Guess I never thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands are reeling today after the announcement by Apple that beginning this summer, the technology giant will make the switch from selling computer-related consumer products to produce with a specific emphasis on apples. Apple's The iApple will be the first Apple product available for the general public. Members of the press were given early models to try. Some were quoted as saying it tasted good and what this is. The red edition is expected to be the company's highest seller.
A bit of happy news. McDonald's revealed its plan to add several new items to its menu as voted on by the general public. The additions come as part of a campaign to reach out to the consumers that love McDonald's and are smart enough to use a computer. New menu items include Small Macs, Medium Macs, Really Big Macs, 4-pounder with cheese, McRibbit, Cirque du Filet-O-Fish, Chicken McWieners, Lake McMuffin, and of course an order of fries that don't have that gross hidden black fry that you put in your mouth without looking and instantly know that something is wrong.
That sounds like a great idea.
I'll be first in line.
And finally, the world says its goodbye to Dr. Alois Alzheimer. The doctor credited with identifying the condition named after him passed away, December 19th, 1915. Apologies for bringing this story to you so late. We just kept forgetting. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.